What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. And before I get into this story or video, I just want to say, man, shout out to all my subscribers, all my returning subscribers. As you know, if you don't know, they took my channel down off some bullshit, so I got to rebuild my platform, man. Some of these stories you probably already heard. Some of these stories is gonna be brand new. I'm trying to come with new content, man. Because a lot of that old content I don't got no more, man. So if you can do your boy a favor and hit that subscribe button below so you can help the channel grow and you can be the first to know when I drop some new videos, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't, yeah, mama's a hoe, man. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all, but as you can read from the title, today marks the day that I left the streets 4 years ago. You know what I mean? 4 years ago today. So cheers to me, man. Not only did I leave the streets, which is the most important thing, but I also, had to swallow my pride and leave everything that I loved, everything that I knew, my family, my friends, you know what I mean? I always like to say, sometimes you got to separate to elevate. And I really believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I always believe in betting on myself as well. And not letting anybody else, anybody else is going to think about whatever they think about you. But more importantly is how you feel about yourself and what you think about yourself. You know what I mean? Now, if you know me, man, my whole life I've been in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I done been through a lot of things in life. I done did a lot of things in life. If my mama will tell you, she'll say I was in the streets at like 5. Me, I like to say I jumped off the porch at maybe like 12. You know what I'm saying? That's when I can really remember, doing grown shit. I was courted by my neighborhood at like 13 and it just went from there. You know what I'm saying? I joined the army at 17. I had a kid at 15. You feel me? A lot of these stories I'll get into, but back on the topic, 4 years ago, I decided to bet on myself, you know what I mean? And leave Sacramento. And in doing that, I left the streets as well. I haven't done anything illegal in the last 4 years today. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, like I said, man, I done did a little bit of every fucking thing. I done did every gangster thing that you can do to be considered a gangster, except for 2 things, man. I've never robbed no bank and I've never sold no crack. You feel me? Now, maybe I'll make that a whole nother video of why I never did those 2 things. You know what I'm saying? But everything else that you can think of, and I don't got to get into specifics, because I don't know the statute of limitations about shit. I've done everything else that you can think of that's considered some gangster shit. And if you know me at any point in my life, you know that shit. Even when I was in the army, I was in the streets. I was a soldier from 6 to 4, and after that, I was right back in them streets. You feel me? Yeah. So anyways, man, the reason why I made that decision was because my oldest son came to live with me, you know what I mean? And he's not from the streets. He wasn't raised how I was raised. You know what I mean? I wanted better for him. And there was a few events that happened in Sacramento where, people live had got took and me and my son was there, and that could have easily been his life or my life. You know what I mean? And I just thought, that was like the catalyst of me thinking like, okay, I need to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to do something to get the fuck up out of here. I don't want this to be where my son is raised at, because my son is at an age now where he's getting older, and even though he's not in the streets, he might have some friends that's doing whatever, and bullets don't got no names, you know what I mean? And I didn't want him to, become a victim of some violence based on his associations or my associations or anything like that, Plus, I just needed to change a scenery because I was doing the most at that time. You know what I'm saying? I was really doing the most at that time, and I didn't want to get caught up in what I was doing. And I just said, you know what? If an opportunity presents itself, I'm going to take it, and an opportunity presented itself. Maybe I'll get into that in a whole nother video of why I moved to Hawaii. But this is kind of like, when I tell that story, you can run back to this story and it's an add-on to why I moved to Hawaii. You know what I mean? Like there was somebody had put a little bug in my ear, a little spark in my ear about Hawaii, and I ran with it. And like I said, fast forward, I just wanted to reach out and see if there was some opportunities there for me, and it happened to be an opportunity, and I jumped at it. You know what I mean? It was my calling. It ended up being my calling. So, like I said, it was an opportunity for me to change my life, to change my family's life, which I did, and leave the streets, because that's something that I really wanted to do and started to transition doing ever since my youngest son was born in about 2015. I was looking for a way to not have to hustle, you know what I mean? To just be legal about everything that I was doing. But I was still up even from 2015 to 2018, still in the streets doing whatever I had to do, which I was doing shit that could have put me in prison for life. You know what I mean? But, like I said, when the opportunity presented itself for me to get out the streets, I took it, and I haven't looked back since. I moved to Hawaii. I never even had been to Hawaii. I didn't know anybody in Hawaii, but I just ran with the opportunity, and I bet on myself, and I had confidence in myself. But let me tell you something, man, it's really hard to leave everything and even when I lived in Hawaii, I live in Japan now because I bet on myself again, you know what I mean, this year. But I try to convince people, especially from California, that if you do a little bit of research, you can live in paradise, which is Hawaii, for the same damn near cost of living as you are in California. But, even with me, I understand people don't want to give up their popularity. People don't want to leave their family and friends. And it takes a lot of courage just to do that shit. But me, like, I'm the type of person, I left home at like 16, you know what I mean? And I've been on my own ever since, damn near. Now, I done came back to California and shit. Yeah, but I got a little too comfortable in California. And I think that was stunting my growth. Now, my journey ain't everybody else's journey. So I can't really knock anybody else for not wanting to take the same steps as I did. Like, everybody got to walk their own path in life. You feel me? But 4 years ago, I made that leap. I sold everything I had. I had a Charger. I had a drop top BMW. I had a Mercedes Benz. I was getting stupid ass money weekly. I didn't even have to work, bruh. I wasn't even looking at my checks for like the 2 years prior to that. They were just stacking up in the bank because I was getting so much street money. You feel me? The 2 years, especially the 2 years prior to me moving, I had some towns in America locked down, bro. Like, locked down. I'm not even bullshitting you. I'm not going to get all into that, but I had some towns, at least 3 towns in America locked down, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you get where I'm going, you get it. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like at some point, this shit ain't going to last forever. Let me bet on myself and see if I can get it out the mud just based on my intellect. You know what I mean? Without having to do any street shit. Because my son is steadily watching me do street shit when he moved. You know what I mean? And like I said, he was getting to a real impressionable age, and he ain't like that. So I just wanted to turn a whole new leaf too. And I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could move from California to Hawaii and make it without any extra street shit income or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If I could just make it off my intellect, just working a job and advancing in that job, which I did, you know what I mean? And I don't regret my decision at all. I love Sacramento, man. I fight the urges monthly to move back. But ever since I rolled the dice on myself and bet on myself and put it in God's hands, he's done nothing but bless me. Like I said, I'm in Japan now. You know what I mean? Still, elevating. My son is still in Hawaii. He stayed in Hawaii. but it changed his life. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I tried to bring my youngest son's mom over there and everything, but, you know, like I said, it's not for everybody. And I can't even be mad at that, because it was my dream to move up out of there and get up out that situation and make something better for myself. But I can't expect me out of everybody, you know what I mean? And just the island life just wasn't for her, and she moved back to California. And, you know, it's cool, you know? Like I said, you got to separate to elevate, even if, you know, I put the sack in sacrifice, man. You know what I'm saying? You see that sack the king? Yeah, I put the sack in sacrifice, man, because it took a real sacrifice, and it does consistently take a sacrifice each and every day to be away from your family and friends. Now I'm in a place other than Hawaii where I don't know anybody over here in Japan. I don't even know the language in Japan, but I told myself, man, the earth is my turf. You feel me? I'm gonna make it anywhere. If you send me in the jungle alone, I'm gonna come back with a fucking lion coat, some motherfucking zebra shoes, and some cheetah underwear, man. You feel me? That's just my mentality. You know, I'm gonna make it off my intellect. I don't have to do anything illegal to make money. I know that now. You know, and it feels good to be legal about every fucking thing. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with being legal, bro. Like I said, I'm in Japan, my nigga. Look how many niggas is doing illegal shit and they ain't even got a passport. You know what I mean? So, this is more of a message of if I can do it, anybody else can do it, man. This is not so much of a story time, but this is just like a message to anybody watching this, that if I can do it, a street nigga can do it, you can do it too, bro. Because trust me, I was doing the most, bro. From the time I moved back from Germany to the time I left California, which is about a good 2005 to 2018, bro, I was doing so much shit, bro. Like, if you know me within any of them years, you already know you probably was doing the shit with me, man. And some of that shit I can't speak on, and some of the shit I'll probably end up telling a story about. You know what I mean? But, you know, I just wanted better for myself. I wanted better for my sons. I wanted to show everybody I knew. I wanted, as well as my kids and my family members and my brothers. I got 3 brothers under me, that if I can do it, y'all can do it, bro. You know, like, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I know I'm a pretty smart motherfucker. I'm a pretty resourceful motherfucker. I'm very intelligent. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I had to challenge myself to see if I could do it and show other people that if I can do it, you can do it too, man. And shout out to everybody who came to Hawaii, and I'm motivated to come to Hawaii, who never even left California or the city or the state, and y'all came to Hawaii and visit me, man. Cheers to you. Because y'all made it a little bit easier for me to be where I was at. And, you know, and I hope I motivated y'all too to follow your dreams. And it doesn't matter where you're at in life, bro. You know, I'm in my 30s, bro. I made that decision late in life. You know what I mean? But I wanted to make it before it was too late. And I ended up getting myself into some shit that I couldn't get myself out of, and them opportunities wouldn't be there for me, which I did, luckily, you know. But it doesn't matter, you know, what anybody thinks about you or where you're at. Like, don't let nobody else write the chapters of your life. You can still write it. Every day that we wake up, we got an opportunity to change what we don't like about our lives. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I've been wanting to transition since my youngest son was born in 2015, but it took me 3 years, damn near to the date, to get to the point where I had enough money, you know, and I found an opportunity for me, and I haven't looked back. And it's been 4 years today since I left California. Now, I've moved on from Hawaii, man. A lot of people didn't think that I could maintain that lifestyle just based on a job, and I did. And people say, if you do something once, oh, nigga, he lucky. Nah, nigga, if you do it twice, it's skill. And that's why I stepped it up a notch and challenged myself even more to move to a whole nother country that I never even been to, where I don't know the language, and I'm still maintaining and I'm still winning because I bet on myself and I put it in God's hands. You feel me? And I'm still winning, man. I live in a fat ass mansion now by Japanese standards. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna continue to grow and elevate and keep showing y'all that if I can do it, you can do it too, man. So I don't want to make this even this long, but you know, I'm just glad that I was able to make it out the streets, man. And I love Sacramento, and I'm gonna always come back and visit. You know what I mean? But you know, it was just my time to leave, and I'm not counting out moving back to Sacramento one day. You know, who knows what the future holds? But for right now, I just gotta keep on the same path that I'm at. You know what I mean? And what I've learned is, you can make just as much money off of your intellect than you can doing street shit and risking your life, and you know, risking more time away from your family and friends. I'd rather it be I'm in another country away from my family and friends, giving them some motivation and showing them that you can do it too, rather than being in a jail cell and you got a collect call from, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna make this too long, man. It's your boy Sack the King, man. I'm in Japan. Shout out to everybody in Hawaii that I left this year, man. I will be back to Hawaii because that's my home now. You know what I mean? I will be back in Hawaii. Who knows how long it's going to be. I'm going to enjoy this ride in Japan. But this is just a message, man. And you know, kind of a sermon for anybody who's looking to get out the streets. It ain't too late. Like I said, man, it took me to be in my 30s to really just be like and swallow my pride, bro, because I'm a street nigga, and it takes a whole lot to just give all that shit up, you know. And even though I ain't in the streets no more, I still live by street code and street principles, because I know that anything can change like that tomorrow, and if I have to, I will go back to those streets. I will, you know what I mean? I will. It's in me, not on me, but I don't want to, and I don't plan to. And like I said, man, don't think that you can't do the same thing, man. It's your boy Sack the King, man. Hit that subscribe button below so you can help the channel grow, and you can be the first to know when I drop some more videos, man. And I'm out.